Liverpool haven't been in action for over a week now, but we did get to see some familiar faces in action as Liverpool Legends beat Celtic 2-0. In today's video, we'll take a look at the best bits of the day whilst also providing you with some massive Cody Gakpo news, along with taking a look at the Anfield Road stand's progress. There is so much to cover in today's video. And hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Before we get into today's video, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for more Liverpool content. The date for Fulham's visit to Liverpool has now been confirmed after the match was postponed due to the FA Cup involvement, whilst one other kickoff time has been revised. The Reds had an early jump on their March break after their final Premier League game before international fixtures was postponed. Fulham had been scheduled to head to Anfield on March the 18th for a 3 PM kickoff, only for their FA Cup involvement and Liverpool's exit from the competition to hand Jurgen Klopp's side a 17-day gap between games. The league fixture has now been rearranged and will take place on Wednesday the 3rd of May with an 8 PM kickoff time. It will not be televised live in the UK due to the original fixture having previously been scheduled for the 3 PM slot. In addition to the confirmation of Fulham's visit, Liverpool's match against Brentford at Anfield on May the 6th has seen its kickoff time moved to 5:30 PM, which will be shown live on Sky Sports. This move is due to the King's coronation, which takes place on the same day, with the Premier League navigating various complications related to the event. The confirmation of Fulham's visit ensures Liverpool's busy April schedule has not been added to, meaning there are 7 games to play next month before the final 5 in May. Steven Gerrard scored and Jamie Webster entertained as several familiar faces returned to Anfield to play for Liverpool Legends against Celtic. Jamie Webster warmed up the crowd before a special rendition of You'll Never Walk Alone, sung by both sets of fans, brought goosebumps for those inside Anfield. Due to his successful stint as Rangers manager, Steven Gerrard wasn't in the good books for travelling supporters. Charlie Adam, who began his career at Ibrox, also lacked up the animosity on the pitch, and when Liverpool won a penalty in front of the Celtic fans, Gerrard made sure to overdo his celebration. While an impressive 4,000 away fans made most of the noise during the game, the Liverpool support joined in loudest with the anti-conservative chants enveloping Anfield. In defence, Martin Skrtel was back with his hair, as was Klavan, who was making his debut for the Liverpool Legends team. Almost immediately after the break, Marc Gonzalez was on target for Liverpool as he sent Lustig flying, cutting inside before finishing inside of the post. This goal means he's now scored more for the Legends, which is 4, than during his one season at Anfield in 2006 and 7. 10 minutes later, Celtic had a goal ruled out for offside. The initial celebration revealed that there were more than a few visiting supporters in the home sections around Anfield. Having been Celtic's brightest spark in the first half, Robbie Keane came onto a warm applause in a red shirt for the last 15 minutes and nearly made it free for Liverpool after some lovely link-up play with Louis Garcia. Shea Given, who was warmly applauded by the Kop, made himself big though on a couple of occasions to prevent the Irishman from scoring. The coaching masterminds behind Liverpool's win were Kenny Dalglish, who received a fantastic reception from both ends of the ground, and Ian Rush, whose testimonial took place between the two clubs. John Barnes and John Altridge were also on the touchline. The former had a brief stint in the charge at Parkhead at the turn of the century. With plenty of youngsters in attendance who wouldn't normally get to see a game at Anfield, the day was a success as money was raised with both Liverpool and Celtic foundations. Cody Gakpo was forced to withdraw from international duty earlier this week due to a virus that swept through the Netherlands camp, but it's not to jeopardise his Liverpool minutes. The 23-year-old, who would have been hoping to pick up from where he left off at the World Cup, when reuniting with his national team this month, but illness stopped him in his tracks. On Thursday, it was announced that Gakpo was one of 5 Dutch players to leave the camp ahead of the Euro 2024 qualifiers against France and Gibraltar. A chicken curry was said to be the culprit, although Virgil van Dijk refused to believe the delicious meal was at fault, not a talking point we'd expect during this break. But with no injury and more than a week to recover, it is no surprise that David Lynch of Football Insider has reported that Liverpool are confident he'll be available to face Manchester City. The expectation is that Gakpo will be back in full training with the rest of his teammates later in the week, with Jurgen Klopp not to have his full squad back until Thursday at the latest. It leaves little to no time to prepare for the trip to Etihad on April the 1st, but by that time the Reds will hope to have Luis Diaz back in full training and Darwin Núñez available after pulling out of international duty due to what was described as a cut to the ankle. Gakpo's international withdrawal will have come as a personal disappointment, especially them being forced to watch on as his side lost 4-0 to Konaté's France. Since signing for Liverpool in January, Gakpo has played 14 consecutive games and has started in all but one of those matches for a total of 1,057 minutes. That's more than the likes of Luis Diaz, Bajcetic, Diogo Jota, Naby Keita, Fabi Carvalho and Curtis Jones. The Anfield Road end expansion continues to move at speed, and the first seats have now been installed in the new stand. It's the latest milestone ahead of its unveiling prior to next season. with a group of primary school children from Anfield having the honours to see their new seats first. Thankfully there looks to be decent legroom and the view will certainly improve once the roof of the existing stand is removed. The new stand will add 7,000 extra seats, although distribution of those tickets was subject to plenty of disappointment, with the number of hospitality seats increasing from the initial plans. Mohamed Salah joined an exclusive list after scoring his 50th goal for Egypt on Friday evening, the latest milestone in a prolific career for the club and country. Salah joined up with his national team for the AFCON qualifiers this month, with his first match pitting him against Malawi. The 30-year-old captained his side and went on to score his first goal for Egypt since September, and it proved to be one that saw him join an exclusive 7-man list. His first time finish near the penalty spot helped Egypt secure a 2-0 win on the night and saw Salah become only the 7th African player to score 50 or more goals in men's international football. The 6 to complete the feat before Salah were Godfrey Chichala from Zambia, Kine Ferrari from Malawi, Hossam Hassan from Egypt, Didier Drogba from Ivory Coast, Samuel Eto'o from Cameroon, and Osama Gawaian from Ghana. Salah's night was not limited to his own goal though, as he went on to set up Omar Maroshes for Egypt's second to tie up the victory and ensure a place to the top of their qualifying group. It was the first competitive match under manager Rui Vitória for Egypt, and the win was a valuable one, having picked up 3 points from 2 qualifiers in June of last year. Salah played the full 90 minutes on Friday, and will be expected to do the same again as they face Malawi once more on Tuesday, less than 4 days before Liverpool's trip to Manchester City. Here's hoping he remains fit and healthy, and in a good goal-scoring mood. Thiago is a player intent on controlling the tempo of a game, just don't expect him to put himself in a position to have to win a 30-metre dash, although he wishes he could win the race. The 31-year-old is currently sidelined for Liverpool with a hip issue, one which Jurgen Klopp will hope it resolves itself in a timely manner, having seen Stefan Bajcetic ruled out for the season. Thiago has been absent since a defeat at Wolves at the start of February, but before then he had made 11 successive starting appearances. He offers qualities Liverpool's other midfielders do not possess, but that does not mean the Spanish maestro is not jealous of a particular ability shared by some of his teammates. When you are in the game, when you are living the game, you just react. You cannot think too much, but running is not my thing, Thiago explained on Liverpool's Walk On magazine. My thing is about making the team play slow or fast when we have to. For the best players in the world, and I don't have this, it is about trying to score 40 goals a season. I say to Darwin, I've never had the feeling in my life to shoot the ball 30 metres in front of me and say, I will race to get it. I feel jealous of someone that has that, for sure, but this is life, we always want what we don't have. That raw pace is certainly something Darwin Núñez has in abundance, plus the chaos to match, to create a sense of unpredictability for the opposition and perhaps sometimes even for himself. But you have to say that while Thiago may not be one to put himself in a position to make a 30-metre dash, he has traits that countless players around the world would be envious of. Thiago's knack of finding the target with a no-look pass may be on that list, something we will see at least once whilst he's on the pitch. It is a way to trick the other guys so I can get the ball to my teammates in a better position, Liverpool's number 6 detailed. You have to look before and see if your body is moving. You can say, okay, I'll do this pass because you've seen him, you know exactly where he is. Then for the no-look pass, you have to avoid putting your body or your eyes where you want the ball. Liverpool fans, what are your thoughts on Cody Gakpo's impact at the club? And did you watch the Legends game? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. That brings us to the end of the video, guys. Make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for more Liverpool content. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.